what is the point of you being with her? Like, that's... Sorry, God, I don't mean to judge.
Fight.
What's good, YouTube? What is up? What is up? Oh my God, I am back. But I am back with a story time. Do not mind my hair because I literally woke up this morning, came straight to work. It's thundering outside. Okay, anyway, I get off in 23 minutes, so why not tell y'all a story? You know, like make the time fly. And I had the perfect story. And yup, I no earrings, still got the little scarf line on my daggone forehead. It is okay. We are here. It is okay. And if we aren't here, make sure to subscribe. Join the gang. Join the squad. Because it's August and we're turning up because it's Leo time. It's time for the Leos to shine. And you know, I'm excited because my birthday's coming. And stay tuned for that too. But, story time. The story time that we're going to do, I'm going to talk about college roommates, okay? Because I went to college for 4 years and I lucked up, honestly, because I only had 3 roommates. But I'm about to talk about them right now. So, my first roommate was at my first college, and it was like this nice white girl. We actually were really cool, you know, no problems. But she was on the cheerleading team, and she wanted to go live with her one of her friends. So, this is how that happened. So, I'm coming back from class, and there's a note, like a piece of paper on her bed, and everything's moved out. Mind you, we got to school probably a week before that. So it's like I just watched her move all this stuff in. She had enough time from when I went to class to when I came back to move all that stuff down the hallway. So she basically wrote me a note, and she was like, "Hi, Deja, this has nothing to do with you. One of my friends, she was living by herself in a double, so I decided I want to go live with her because she's a cheerleader and I'm a cheerleader. You know, they're friends, whatever." So I was like, okay with that, because I had that whole room to myself for the rest of the semester and the whole year, I should say. Yeah, both semesters, fall and spring semester, I had it by myself. And get this, I went there because I'm nosy, you know. So the year after that, my sophomore year, I went back to that hall just because it was a freshman hall and I was in the upperclassman hall. So I'm like to my best friend Matt, I'm like, "Matt, let's go check it out. Let's go see who got my room from last year." They turned it into a triple. I'm not playing. They turned my room that I had all year by myself into a triple. Gave them big kids a bunk bed and then another bed. Like, I used to have parties in that room, but dang, I didn't know it was that big to sleep 3 people. But that's another story. Now, my next roommate that I had when I went to that same school, like, I don't know, we didn't have no problems with each other, but there's no good or bad story with her. Like, the only thing I can say is she tried, you know, to sneak and have sex in the room while I was there, but I ain't for all of that. I don't play sleep. I will, like, you know, like, you know, like when you wake up or something, like, so y'all know I am not sleeping. Y'all better not do that while I'm sitting in this room. That's disrespectful. I don't care. Like, you could text me, like, because there were times where she did text me and she'd be like, "Oh, can you?" And she probably just got sick of asking me, because I would be like, if I have nowhere to go, I'll be like, no, I'm staying right here. But normally I would go to Matt's room, but that's another story for another day. Now, this is the juicy story. When I transferred schools and transferred back home to my hometown. Not even my hometown, because I went to school in Waterbury, and I'm from Windsor, so very far, like 45 minutes away. So I went to my second school, and they roomed me with this girl who was like 6'2", 6'3". I think, all I know is she was like a freaking, she was tall as hell, okay? She was tall as hell, and I'm little. I'm 5'2", so I'm little. She was gay, and she was like butch. Sorry if I'm saying it wrong, but she was like I don't know, like, is it butch? I really don't know. All I know is she was the boy in the relationship. Not with me. Not with anybody. We just gonna jump into the story because I'm just like all over the place with this. But I ain't gonna say her name. We'll call her Jessica. So Jessica, this is what she liked to do for fun. This is why me and her butt heads, because So first off, she stink. Okay. There was no way nice to say that, and I'm sorry because I really thought about it. How am I gonna tell them she stink without saying she stink? I couldn't. So she stink. And when I say like she stink, every single day I would wake up in the morning, take a shower, whatever, come back in the room, I would spray it down because I'm not about to take a shower and then have to walk into a musty room. That's nasty. So I would spray it down and open the window all the way, both of them all the way. I didn't care. Cause she stink, and you're a girl, you shouldn't stink. You should know when you stink. And it wasn't like just a musty smell. It was like a musty smell, a hot coochie smell. It was just nasty. And then I realized why the room always smelled. So it's crazy because people love clocking me. So boom. Dang. She had friends who lived across the hall from us. So like I was cool with one of the girls across the hall. So you know, I would just know what she's doing in the room when I'm not in the room type stuff. Like, she wasn't a thief, but I always, you know, I never really liked living with somebody in one room. Like, it was just weird. But she would tell me things like, oh, she's in a long distance relationship. So she would tell me things like, oh, she's in a long distance relationship, but she's never seen her before. All they do is talk on the phone. Like, what? And have phone sex all the time. What? And you never met her before. And get this, y'all. I asked her, I'm like, well, do you plan on, you know, meeting her? She's like, no. The minute she wants to meet up, it's over. What kind of relationship? So it was just weird to me. So literally, when I would go to class, she would be in that room herself, and it'd be stank. Because when I would come back from class, I would spray it down. So there was this one time she's like, oh, can you stop spraying so much of that stuff? No, it stink. It stink. No. Like, I wanted to ask her, can you take a shower in the morning, the noon, and night? Like, but here's where it gets real juicy. So she noticed, because, you know, I would have my friends come over and whatever. So it was this one guy at that school who I was real cool with. Like, we was like, that was my boy. So there was this one guy at the school who I was really cool with, and he like, I smoke. Okay, I smoke. And that was my boy. Like, he smoked too. So, perfect match. Like, we weren't together though. That was just my boy. But boom, so I would start inviting him over, not knowing she was anti-boy. So like, she would be so mad that I had my guy friends in the room. She would be telling her friends across the hall, and then it would be ran back to me because, yeah, we have a mutual friend, and that friend put me on. And I'm getting mad all over again. Not really, because it's funny, but it's just like, all right, so boom. She didn't like that I had my friends come into the room, so that's where all the animosity started. So there was this one night where, oh yeah, she had a crush on me. Tell y'all that too. So it starts to make sense to y'all, because I don't know how much sense this is making to you guys, but I'm just telling you crazy. You know, my roommate, this is the third one, Jessica. That's really not her name, but Jessica. So this is, I feel like it was like Barack Obama's first speech or something. Like, we all was in the room, and at the time I didn't have my own TV because we weren't allowed to have two TVs in there. Why? I don't know. Our school just, so I was like, oh, we shared the TV basically. Like, we shared her TV because we asked before we got to the school. We was like, oh, who want to bring this? Who want to bring that? Because we couldn't have too much stuff in the room. So I had the fridge. and I feel like she had the TV. I don't know. It was just all weird and crazy. But anywho, so me and my friends were watching her TV. It was like 4 or 5 of us in there. And she, I guess, didn't want us in there because she came in there, picked up the remote, and clicked that shit. She ain't turned off the TV like we wasn't watching TV. So I look, one of my friends just started going off, you don't fucking see us watching TV? And I'm like, turn that shit back on. We watch the TV. You know, like I'm not about to entertain you. She was angry. So she wanted to, I don't even know how it started, like what she said. She said, what did she say? You need to stop fucking bringing people in this motherfucking room. She went in, and all I know is the last thing she said was, and I know why you keep bringing that nigga in here too, cause you fucking that nigga. So that's when I got up and got loud, because you ain't about to tell me I'm fucking somebody when I'm not. So, long story short, I stood up on my bed because she's already like 6 foot. And so now I'm towering over her because we was all sitting down. So it's like, you trying to talk down on me, that's not gonna happen. So I stood my little ass up on the bed, and there was I probably had like some Bath and Body Works candles or something, but I told her, I was like, first and foremost, you too fucking big. So if we fighting, just fucking know. I was about to hit her in the head with the candle. Yes, I was. And I don't care, because that's just what it was. But long story short, she had a crush on me. She didn't like me, half the people in the room. She got real mad, tried to call me a hoe in front of my friends, and then got embarrassed in front of her friends because, you know, bitch ain't no hoe. Sorry, baby girl, and you stink. So, basically, we argued or whatever, and then her friends from across the hall dragged her or whatever, and then they made us, like, one of us had to choose, like, where we wanted to go. Like, you know, like, we couldn't stay in the same room, basically, because I was gonna be that bitch ass. Period. So, let me put y'all on. Oh my God. Okay. So wait, y'all hear how this is going, right? All right. So that same year, because this was what, my junior year, or I think it was my junior year or whatever. So basically, we was rooming in the same room. Like, we had 1 room, 2 beds in the room. So after that little altercation argument, after that argument or whatever, she stayed in that room because I didn't want to stay in it. I kept saying, you can have that room, that's just stink, you know. So I just went down the hall with one of my friends because she was moving back home because she was pregnant and stuff. Excuse me, I feel like I'm always burping in my videos. That's so weird. Excuse me. So I ended up rooming with her because she was leaving within like the next 2 weeks. So how about the next year? Remember how I told y'all that the stinky girl was friends with the people across the hall, and I was friends with one of the girls across the hall too? So upperclassmen have the choice if you want to like live in like an apartment setting or whatever, and it has like 4 rooms, a kitchen, a living room or whatever. Y'all share the kitchen and the living room and have 2 bathrooms. So whoever side I'm on, I share the bathroom with, and whoever side, you know. How about we all got a room together? Right. I know y'all in them comments like, how? Why? Yeah. So basically, I was supposed to room somewhere else, but placements got messed up, and I didn't want to live like in, what is it called? Like I didn't want to live in the dorm halls that you had to share a bathroom with like 12 girls. I wanted to share a bathroom with 1 person because I didn't like sharing bathrooms. Them girls was nasty, and I was getting into too much stuff, sharing bathrooms and doing all this stuff. So I wanted like privacy basically. And then the calf was nasty, so I wanted a kitchen to cook in. But so I basically roomed with myself, my friend from that side, her friend, and then the ugly stank girl. We all roomed together. And how we end up almost fighting again. Yep. But this time, it was all three of them. So, all right, Jessica, she had a best friend, and we're going to call her, I should just say her name, because I don't even know. We're going to call her Sasha. Jessica Sasha was addicted to her boyfriend. And so he was always there. He was like living there. All right, so me and my friend or whatever, we was cool. But she knew they ain't like me. I knew they ain't like me. I didn't care because nobody was touching me. So there was one night where they came in like reeking of weed. And if you is reeking of weed, you know they could come in and check everybody's room. It doesn't matter who smelled. Everybody's room getting checked. So there was that. Then, that's the third thing that happened. I should have told y'all what happened first. First, I asked the girl, can I use her, what was it, a blow dryer, flat iron, something like that. I don't know, like, this was towards the beginning. And so, when I went to use it, it didn't work. Like, I tried to turn it on, it wasn't turning on. So I just said, you can have it back. She gonna try and blame me, telling me I need to buy her a new one. So I cussed her ass out and told her I'm not buying you shit because it was broke when you gave it to me, and that's just that. She was mad because I wasn't going to pay for anything, but that's besides the point. And so the second time, I like it cold when I'm sleeping. She like it hot. This girl will put the thermostat to 85 or 82. It was something up there, and it would piss me off. So every single night or morning, what was it? No, okay. Every day she would, because she had like 8 o'clock classes. I started my day at like 10. So she would go in the bathroom, take a shower. Once she got out the shower, she would turn the heat on because she said she would be cold. So basically, I'm waking up drenched in sweat now because you just had the heat on and didn't turn it off, and you're gonna leave it hot up in here. So, you wanna know what I did? Every time I heard that shit turn on in the morning, I would get the fuck up and turn it off. Period. I would turn it off or I would turn it down because there's no need for it to be that hot. Now, one day, she got so mad because she thought she was going to come right back out the room and turn that shit back up. No, you're not. So I stood right at that shit and I'm like, you are not turning this heat on, period. And she said something like, what did she say? She of course didn't touch it, but she like went to get her boyfriend or something, like, babe, she's da-da-da-da-da-da. And so he said, y'all need to stop this and that and the third. I said, she need to stop turning on this heat. Like, I haven't asked her multiple times to stop turning on the heat. Like, so basically when she was walking away, she said under her breath, she said something like, something stupid bitch. So you already know I was on go. I was on go. Of course, her boyfriend gonna stand and block, and then my friend gonna try and drag me back. So literally, I wanted to beat that bitch ass. But her boyfriend was always there trying to fight her battle and tell me it's not that serious. Your girlfriend called me a bitch. It is that serious, and I'm gonna beat her ass. That was just that. But long story short, the third incident is when all of our rooms got searched because they wanted to come in smelling like nasty ass weed, and I got in trouble. And I wasn't even the one smoking. So I was pissed off. And there she wrote. That's all she wrote. But, yeah, so that was basically my roommate stories. Like, I wouldn't call her, like, a nightmare roommate because, you know, I can handle my own in any situation. But I will say it was weird. It was, because I ain't never met nobody. I will never forget this. Like, I ain't never met nobody who had a long distance relationship and all they do is talk on the phone and play with each other. Like, play with themselves while they talk on the phone and have phone sex. That is so weird. Like, what is the point of you being with her? Like, that's... Sorry, guys. I don't mean to judge, but that is so weird. But if you like this video and you want to have more story times with me, because I do have some nice stories about college. I did so much stuff in college. Like... man. But If y'all want more stories like this or y'all want more story times, let me know because I am always down to chat. Okay? Because y'all is the gang. Okay? Y'all is squad. All right? So, like, comment, subscribe. Your girl is out because I got 4 minutes until I get off the clock. And it's time to go upstairs and clock out. All right? Bye, guys.